ჩვენი პროექტი არის ბიზნესებს შორის კომუნიკაციაზე და ძალიან ბევრი სასარგებლო რაღაცას შეიცავს არა მარტო მომხმარებლებისთვის, არამედ ბიზნესებისთვისაც და ხელშეუწყობს რამდენიმე სფეროს განვითარებაში.
ეს არის ლოჯისტიკური აპლიკაცია, რომელშიც ერთიანდება როგორც მომხმარებელი, ისე დამკვეთი და მათ შორის ინფორმაციის მიმოცლობა მიმდინარეობს.
ხდება მომხმარებლების დაკვალიანება, რა სერვისებით ისარგებლონ უკეთესი ფასის მიხედვით. დაახლოებით Uber-ის მსგავსი სისტემა არის, ოღონდ გადაზიდვების სფეროში. ჩვენი პროექტი არის ძალიან მიმზიდველი ინვესტორებისთვის, იმიტომ რომ არის ქვეყანაში ვითარება, რომელიც სავარაუდოდ უზრუნველყოფს ამ ინვესტიციის გამართლებას და უკან დაბრუნებას ინვესტორებისთვის.
აბრეშუმის გზა ჩვენზე გადის და სულ როგორც სახელმწიფო, ასევე ყველა ამ მიმართულებით მუშაობს, რომ ეს სფერო განვითარდეს, გადაზიდვებიდან დაწყებული, რაც თავარია და ვფიქრობთ, რომ ეს ჩვენი პროექტი ხელს შეუწყობს ამ ინფრასტრუქტურის განვითარებაში.
Welcome.
Hello everybody.
Hello.
My name is Lasha and I'll be presenting an idea which brought us here today. My friend Sandro and I decided to start a logistics company here in Georgia and started to research the market in order to see what could be the ways to position ourselves or how could we, what would be the challenges on our way. During the market research, we found out that there are a few major problems. For example, there are unstable prices and customers don't have proper communication with companies and vice versa. So we realized that it's not a good idea to start a logistics company, actually. We found out that there are small trucks, which are not companies at all. These are just private-owned trucks who just rent parking places in the city. They put their phone numbers on their trucks and they're expecting customer to call them and make a deal. This is why they would never grow into big companies or never be successful businesses. So Sandro, my friend, came up with a much better idea. We decided to, in order to make this idea real, we called in IT business analyst who's got vast experience in consulting of different companies in banking sector, also works with online payments and mobile apps. We have Katie, founder of a research company, Means Research, who will help us with R&D, and I myself will be I specialize in international business, so I'm gonna try to make this company international. We decided to create an app where customers can get very good, the best prices for their transportation services. This app, how companies they would use it would be that they would offer prices to customers, and they would try to give the best price. This creates the great value. And another thing is that services are very flexible. Like user could go to the app, he could make a request and wait for deals, or he could just choose what kind of truck he would like to hire. So we got small animation to see what we're talking about here. Because Kate and Bob here could be individuals or could be companies as well. Basically, back house and on-the-way pickups are the main priority for us. That's how the system works in our case. So that's on-the-way pickup thing, what we're showing right now.
It's a traveling safety problem.
And we're thinking that how we're getting money is that we have very low commissions for Bob in this case. Our go-to-market strategy will include direct sales, digital marketing, social media campaigns. Also, promotional offers and return-to-earn offers are going to be our key point of our strategy. Unfortunately, we don't have public figures about transportation and logistics in this country. So also, we know that our market is correlating with this transportation market directly. So we looked at the growth of the logistics markets in Georgia. It's about 5.9% for last 4 years. We have positive tendency on road infrastructure development as well. What's very important is that Georgia became founding member of Asian Infrastructure Development Bank this year. This bank is planning to spend over $100 billion on rebuilding a new Silk Road. This is going to be a route connecting Asian trade markets to Europe. And in our country, there's construction of port, which will be launched now in 2016, which will have over 100,000 tons of cargo turnover annually. We think that in the region, we're the only company trying to position ourselves. We have formidable competitors globally. I'd like to point out LoadMe, which is an international company, and they have experience in the field. They're capturing almost all of the Middle East. And we think that we studied their pluses and minuses. We studied their structures, and we think that at STYX we'll have a very big advantage to offer to guarantee more customer satisfaction and more flexibility for companies. We got some financials over here. We think that we're going to break even at year 2, and we're going to be profitable at year 3 already. We are planning to go international at year 3. Expenses is another good thing about our company because we don't, as any mobile app, our expenses don't increase directly with our revenues. So we have luxury to spend most of our money on sales and marketing expenses, but year 3 will be probably the only year when we will allocate some costs to general and administrative expenses and product development as well, maybe a bit. We're requesting $35,000 in order to create an app, run a marketing campaign. We're planning on direct sales a lot. We'll create a database. We'll go to people, explain how the app works, what are the benefits so what they can. We have a few partners who are willing to cooperate. These are companies, and we have a very positive feedback from customers, our potential customers as well. So thank you very much for your attention. I'm ready to answer your question, I guess.
So Uber for logistics, yes?
Uber for logistics, basically.
So I really like the fact that you studied your major competitor, LoadMe.
Yeah.
And then you said you had an advantage over them, but I didn't quite, what's the advantage?
So there are a few good things about STYX. We have a communication process. It's very easy to use. LoadMe has some problems with easiness. It's not easy to organize the deal. There's too many parameters you need to fill out. Of course, this has very objective reasons, but in our case, we're concentrating more on not only on companies, but people who will be executing the process, who will be delivering goods, are going to be sometimes mostly private people who own their own trucks. So in our case, everything is much more simple. We have some ideas how to involve more companies and people in this process. Like they can make small clusters, they can cooperate with each other because they will get better deals on commissions from us if they will involve more people, if they will work as a group. So the main problem what we have here is, again, that these people never become companies, and we give them chance to do something alike.
So I think that's a really, really valid point.
Yeah.
And when you said that LoadMe has too many parameters, that's because they're tackling a complex market.
Yes.
So what that one point of feedback to your pitch is that you talk a lot about the role of theoretically international trade, and the deeper you get into international trade and customs and documented loads and so forth, the more complicated, the more parameters you're going to need.
Yes, that's correct. And
The market for the little stuff is huge.
yeah,
So be proud of that. Like, don't distract us with, oh, we can do the customs things, because if you want to be simple, you can't. Like,
Yeah.
like there's a lot of business for people who want to
yes,
move
that's
small
why we
loads.
started from Turkey. That's what I forgot to mention because of the lack of the time, actually. We're thinking that our how we're going to go international is going to be that we're going to start from Turkey because it's like #1 trade partner with Georgia, and we have special, very friendly rules with customs clearance with Turkey. Maybe you heard from previous presentation about revenue services, which are electronic nowadays, so you can clear customs without going there to the office and so on. So I think that if we're going to start working with Turkey, we're still going to have less bureaucracy and less data to fill out in our graphs.
There's a company in
that's-
Indonesia that's becoming quite successful just doing one thing. They find, and they're mostly independent truckers there, so they find that the trucks are taking a shipment and dropping it off, and then they return empty. And so
Yeah.
now they're filling the trucks up so they don't return empty. That's all they do.
Yeah.
And it's very simple, and it's very profitable.
That's how we're going. We're starting from local market. Of course, this is like, we'll see. I mean, going international is a step which we want to take after 3 years. I'm pretty sure that meanwhile we can.
What part of the business is insurance?
Insurance?
Yeah.
We're thinking that in the beginning we're not going to have, for companies, it depends. We have different models for different corporations. For example, if on one side is a company and on another side is company as well, of course there's completely different process. There's insurance, there's some legal issues, agreements and so on. But when it's like about individuals, for example, when it's a private person on one side and another side as well, we're just following how it works. I mean, there is no insurance in this case on the market as well. Like nobody thinks about it. They just go there. They're like, "Do you have time to get my load?" And they're like, "Yeah, we do." So that happens. I mean, we're thinking of making money out of it in the future, but we don't want to start with some additional.
Yeah.
Where'd you come up with the name STYX?
So this is, it has something to do with logistics, and also it's a river which, from mythology, which helps to,
Right, the river Styx.
which connects us to the afterlife. So
That's right.
No, but usually when you cross the river Styx, you don't come back.
we don't come back.
Necessarily.
That's right, it's one-way trip.
Reverse technology question. You highlight in your pitch that the bread and butter of the business is, I call it multi-stacking, multiple pickups per trip.
Yeah.
Do you have technology people on your team that know how to tackle
Yes,
that?
we
That's
do.
like the hardest problem.
Yes, we do.
in
That's
technology
our. We're
ever.
proud of that we have this guy who is really successful
Smart
nowadays
guy.
in
It's,
this country.
no, it's seriously the most complex technology challenge. I think.
Yes, I mean, we talked to the company as well who was going to help us to make this app. They have a very good portfolio. They work for huge companies here. I think basically that's the...
I would encourage you to focus on the one load per trip for a while.
Yeah, that's...
And then
that's
add
what we're
it,
thinking.
because otherwise you'll never launch. You'll just keep building technology and it'll take forever.
Yeah.
Yes, there's like a lot of details which we got here, which it's impossible to fit in 7 minutes. so
Yeah. That's
we
fine.
thought about that too.
Yeah.
So,
But that's a great business, that's great.
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
ძალიან კარგად ჩაიარა პრეზენტაცია. 7 წუთი რა თქმა უნდა მოკლედ როა ბიზნეს პროექტის მოსაყოლად, მაგრამ ჟიურიმ ისეთ შეკითხვები დაგვისვა, რაც აუცილებლად პასუხი უნდა მიიღოთ. ანუ სავარაუდოდ დაინტერესდნენ და იმედი გვაქვს, რომ ყველაფერი კარგად ჩაიგდეს.
ჟიური ჩაწვდა ჩვენ იდეას, ჩაწვდა რომ ეს არის ძალიან მომგებიანი და დაინტერესდა კითხვებიდან გამომდინარე, მივხვდით და ეს ჩვენთვის ძალიან ბევრს ნიშნავს.